Le Mans Virtual Championship is the endurance virtual championship, the equivalent of the World Endurance Championship actually, with different cars going on track through longer races than what you're used to, in between 4 to 24 hours.
We started the season in September 2022, so it's really different compared to what we have in F1 Esports. Here we have one event per month with only one track, but of course it's like long races. It's completely different and it's endurance, so something new to discover for you instead of the Formula 1.
So hello everyone, my name is Patrik Sipos. I'm from Hungary. I'm a driver for Alpine F1 Esports team. But now I'm gonna drive the Le Mans Virtual 24 hours.
I'm Colin Spork, 18 years from the Netherlands, and I'm an eSport driver for Alpine Esports and the Le Mans Virtual Series on R-Factor 2.
I am Tom Lartieu. I'm 23 years old and I'm a French driver for Alpine Esports in the Le Mans Virtual Series. So the Le Mans Virtual Series is approximately the same as the World Endurance Championship. So you have 5 rounds, 4 rounds which make up the regular season, and eventually the 24 hours of Le Mans Virtual. So the first 4 rounds were Bahrain, Monza, Spa and Sebring, and obviously we're finishing with the 24 hours of Le Mans.
So the season started in Bahrain, a new track for everyone. It wasn't in the Le Mans Virtual Series last year, as it was a new track for R-Factor.
I remember that we were, I think, in the top 10, maybe even top 7. We were running in a strong position when, unfortunately, we had a technical issue.
Pedals are plugged in. That is, I think that is an issue with his hardware, isn't it?
Game crashed. This is something that you cannot expect in real life. You have engine issues or mechanical issues. And considering that this was also the longest race of the regular season, we lost valuable points there. We were disappointed about the result, obviously, but the performance was there and we knew that we could carry on throughout the entire season.
Second race is Monza. There was rain expected towards the middle and end of the race, which I really prepared for really well. I really like driving on the rain. We were planning to put me, whenever it started to rain, we were planning to put me in. Then during the rain we were able to go to P1. But unfortunately we got an unfortunate code 80.
Takes down at the Parabolica. Oh, what's happened?
Oh, full course yellow.
Full course yellow.
What is that
Wow.
for? He can't, for whatever reason, he cannot release the pit limiter.
So a code 80 is basically a full course yellow, or a virtual safety car as known as in the F1. So imagine there's a slow car on track. The code 80 gets called out and you need to drive on the pit limiter until the code 80 ends. And we couldn't pit because we were already past the pit lane. So we dropped back to P6 and that's where we were ending the race.
For Spa, I was strongest qualifying in the regular season. We got P4, so second row. We were actually in the leading pack, so we were fighting with Coanda, Team Red Lion, those big names in the competition.
So for Spa, we did it a little bit differently. There was rain expected during qualifying. For this one, I jumped in, as I really like rain and I'm very confident in the rain. And I was able to get P4 on the grid. We had the pace for pole, but unfortunately the track dried up a little bit quicker than we were expecting. There was nothing that I could do at that point than just try and finish a lap and get as close as possible, which was P4.
Unfortunately, we made a huge strategic error. Going to the race, we decided to go single soft stinting, which eventually wasn't the good strategy, and we didn't save enough fuel. So eventually we had to complete one more stop compared to 7 or 8 of the teams that we were battling with. I think we were probably somewhere around P5 or P6 before we got to the last pit stop and we dropped back to P10. Without this mistake in the strategy, we could have got another strong result, probably another top 6 or top 8 finish. But yeah, this time only P10 was a bit disappointing.
The 24 hours of Le Mans are the pinnacle of endurance racing in motorsports. On the virtual side, it will be actually the third edition of the virtual Le Mans. This is the only 24 hours race in the championship, and the race was also more prizeful into it compared to the regular season. So all is at stakes at Le Mans, and historically you do remember the winner of the 24 hours.
So basically for the 24 hours of Le Mans Virtual, we need to have 2 sim racers and 2 pro drivers. We had 1 car for the regular season, and then we have 2 cars for the 24 hours of Le Mans. For the first one, the 36 will be composed of Colin Spork, Tom Lartilleux, Léo Boulet and Sacha Lehmann. And the 37 will be composed of Patrick Schipos, Rory McDuff, Oli Caldwell and Victor Martins.
We are ready to go racing. The cars are at the end of the formation lap. The 24 Hours of Le Mans Virtual 2023 is just moments away.
God, that has worked for him.
It's going to be a big one. Oh, and it's for both of the Floyd Vanwall cars. The next year, Alpine, that's Rory McDuff involved in it. That did not need to happen. It was 3 wide going up to the Porsche curves. This is where we're going to see what happened to Proton.
Yeah, so the 88, just that little bit of contact with the LMP2 car. He's caught the wall on the exit of Arnage. And there is that contact, and there'll be damage for both cars there, surely.
Or someone to chase.
No, you're quite correct. Probably more. Bit of contact then for the car that we were on board with. Is that the Alpine?
It is.
That's the 37 though.
Yes.
That's Victor Martins. We were on board with in the 37 Alpine.
That was
I believe.
Was that?
And he's
RG,
gone straight to the pit lane.
Let's see if Elaine can get through. He switched him off.
The Ferrari made contact with the back of the Alpine, and they are hard into the barriers, and 4th place may be under threat.
Yeah, that was, it's very broken.
This could be a big moment for Sacha Lehmann for the Alpine Esports team. It could be heartbreak. You got to ask the question, was it worth it?
You have to go for it. It's the last lap of Le Mans. You have to go for it.
Not at Tetrus.
You have to go for it.
Not at Tetrus.
He had to get by the traffic. He got tagged from behind by the Ferrari because he ducked in too close. The Ferrari couldn't slow down enough.
Quite happy with this result. I'm so proud of everybody. They've done so great. This can be really hopeful for their next season, and it's gonna be awesome.
We worked really hard and learned a lot throughout the regular season, and we were able to put everything together and get some great points for Le Mans itself. Personally, never finished the Le Mans race so far, but yeah, to finish it in such a high position is great.
This was an incredible race. I think that we as a team performed so well, even beyond my expectations. I believe there were a few points that could have gone better, that could have gone our way, but this race is just so long. Every single detail counts towards the final results.
We are gonna be back next year, that's for sure. COVID times are more behind us than in front of us. It may open up some opportunities, but for sure count on Alpine Esports to be there again at the top of endurance racing. There is some news and new regulations coming on the endurance series with the hypercar class. Alpine will be into it from 2024, and the virtual team is happy to make the Alpine brand shine again on the endurance series, and we hope to fight for the title for sure next year.